Court is back in session and may be seated.
You may proceed.
Thank you. Ms. Gilman, can we go back to that RTT file for the phone number ending in 7966? And can you scroll all the way down to the bottom, Ms. Gilman? Thank you. Trooper, I believe we left off with RTT that the last time Verizon was able to give you a location, an estimated location of the handset was around 3:14 a.m. on January 2nd. My question to you is, according to these records, and if you could go all the way down to the bottom, Ms. Gilman, according to these records, when you analyze them, were there any other times after that that there was any interaction between Verizon and the handset?
Yes.
Can you tell us about that based on the records?
Yes.
Okay.
Again, it's estimated distance of the device, not location. Estimated distance of the device.
Thank you for correcting me.
Sorry, Judge, I just need to ask if you can speak up.
Yes. Can the witness make sure you lean into the microphone and speak up?
Yes, Your Honor.
And so you corrected me. Verizon gave you the estimated distance of the device from the tower.
That's correct.
Okay. So my question to you is, after that time of 3:14 a.m. on January 2nd, 2023, according to the records, were you able to identify any other incidences where the phone or the handset had any interactions with the Verizon network?
Yes.
Okay. Looking at these records, can you tell us when you were able to determine that and what happened?
So line 831,
Yes?
that would be January 2nd, 2023 at 4:13 a.m.
Okay.
The technology was Nokia. That's the start and time of the duration. And then if you could go scroll all the way to the right, please. The columns V and W, there is NA, which means they were not able to provide an estimated distance of the device. So there was a signaling event between the tower and the device, but they were unable to provide an estimated distance of the device.
Were there any other interactions from Verizon after that event?
Yes.
What was the final interaction that you were able to determine from the Verizon network? Or not interaction, the final activity of the Verizon network according to these records?
Yes, if you could slide back over to the left, please. There's line 832, January 4th, 2023 at 4:14 a.m.
Yes, sir. What happened at that time according to the data?
There was a signaling event, but signaling event from the network, Verizon, to the device, but they were unable to complete that transaction. So if you could scroll all the way to the PCMD procedure, keep going, please. Right there, column AA, alpha, alpha, the procedure time, there is no time. So the network was unable to connect with the device at that time.
Okay, so am I missaying this? The network sent out a signal, but the device never connected with it at that point?
Essentially, yes.
Okay. Now, Ms. Gilman, if you could close out of that for us, thank you very much. So that's January 5th, but what time were you working on this at Cohasset PD?
It was later at night.
All right. So what do you do on the 6th on this case?
The 6th, I am at the command post in Cohasset, Massachusetts, and I receive 3 devices from Lieutenant John Fanning.
Where was the command post in Cohasset?
The Stop and Shop Plaza,
Okay.
kind of in the center of town there. Not
And-
center of town, but
Forgive me, I'm not in the military, I wasn't in the police. What's a command post?
usually like a uniform command where agencies collaborate, locate, there's communications established, different units to collaborate and come up with a plan and action.
Were there any vehicles or anything like that brought in?
Yes,
What?
there was different police vehicles, I believe, maybe some four-wheelers, stuff like that, from what I recall.
Okay. So it's January 6th, you're at the command post and you received what for devices?
3 electronic devices.
And who gave them to you?
Lieutenant John Fanning.
And what devices did you receive?
I received an iPhone 13 mini, an iPad 6, and an iPad 6 mini.
And what did you do with these devices?
I transported them back to the Digital Forensics Lab at the Norfolk District Attorney's Office in Canton, Massachusetts.
And so about what time did you get back to the lab?
Around 9:30 p.m.
And so what did you do with these devices around 9:30 p.m.?
I began the extraction process on the iPhone 13 mini.
Walk us through, what's the extraction process consist of?
So in this case, I used Gray Key, which is a forensic hardware and software company. You will take the device, you plug it into the hardware on a forensic computer running forensic software, and then the data will be extracted from the device.
How long does this take?
It can take hours, up to hours.
And so did you do all three devices at once?
I did not.
Why not?
It got towards later in the evening, and I finished the devices the next day.
And so do you have three RAID key machines, or can you put all one onto one machine?
No, it's one at a time.
Okay, so one's got to download, then you can get to the next one.
Yes, sir.
And this information, once you download it, where does it go?
It goes to the forensic server at the office.
Okay, and does anyone have access to the server?
Just the people assigned to the forensics lab.
How many people are assigned to the forensic lab in January 2023?
At that time, I believe it was 3.
And so you said that you came back on the 7th to work on this?
Yes.
About what time did you finish downloading the devices?
Before lunchtime on the 7th,
And what was done with the devices?
they were returned back to the owner,
And who was your understanding the owner was?
Brian Walsh.
Now, once you've downloaded this information, can you just read it and go to town and do what you need to do?
No, sir.
What do you do?
The data is in a raw form, and then we use a program, Celebrite, which is another forensic software that we take the raw data. It is ingested into Celebrite. Celebrite creates a readable, interactive image of the data. It breaks it down to calls, contacts, pictures, videos, text messages, web history, stuff like that.
And so when did you finish getting the data into a readable format?
The late afternoon on the 7th?
And so on the 7th, what did you do as far as analyzing data from the iPhone 13 mini?
I began analyzing data from December 25th, 2022 through the date of, I received them January 6th.
And was that now, did you ever have a second opportunity to download this data from the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
When did you do that?
Trooper Nick Areno did that, I believe in the January 9th.
Okay. And so on January 9th, in addition to the iPhone 13 mini, did you have the opportunity to analyze data from any other iPhones?
Yes, I did.
What was the second iPhone you had the opportunity to analyze data from?
That was an iPhone SE.
And now, as far as looking at this data on January 9th, did anyone help you look at this data?
Trooper Nick Areno was there.
Now, are you familiar with the term native location data as it applies to iPhones?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us what it is?
Yeah, so native location in iOS, Apple iOS operating systems. Native location is made up of location services on the Apple device, and location services are made up of GPS satellite, Bluetooth beacons, wireless connections, and cell tower information.
And so native location data, how is that different than the Verizon data you just talked about?
So this is data taken directly from the device, and the other data is from a cell phone provider.
Okay. And so which one is more specific as far as a location then?
The native location data.
And so when you were talking about the handset being in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, based on the Verizon records, what are you able to determine based on the native location data of the location of a handset?
It is more accurate to a specific location.
And at this point in time, Your Honor, I would seek to enter in the electronic files of the location data of the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone SE.
There's no objection.
I'm just writing, but I'm happy to hear you. No objection. So the native location date, or the location data for those two devices, the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone SE,
Yes, Your Honor.
is now in evidence as 161.
Thank you.
Did I mess it up?
I believe that our last exhibit was 158, Your Honor.
No, I have
No, we had the Verizon records, which were
158, 159,
159 and 160 were the Verizon records?
Oh, I see. We had one drive that had 3 sets of records on it, and it got one tag. That's why.
All right, well, just listen up when I'm announcing them. So let me clarify the record and make sure that I'm getting it right this time.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so there were 3 sets of records. They were the Verizon for those 3 different phones ending 7966, 8082, and 8648. And I had previously announced on the record that they were 159, 158, 159, and 160. And now I'm being told that they're on one thumb drive, and all of those 3 records for those 3 Verizon, or those 3 phone numbers that have Verizon records are now in evidence as Exhibit 158.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. That will mean that this records, the location data for the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone SE is now in evidence as Exhibit 159.
Thank you, Your Honor, and my apologies. So, Ms. Gilman, could we have what's now been marked as Exhibit 159, and could you go to the file for the location data for the 13 mini? So, Trooper, directing your attention to the screen, we're looking at an Excel spreadsheet from 159 titled iPhone 13 Native Location Data. Can you tell us what we're looking at here as far as, I'll ask you, the first column has a number associated. What does that column represent?
That indicates the number of records, line by line,
Okay.
in this file.
When it says type, what's that supposed to indicate to you?
Type of data in the file, location data.
And then the next 2 are blank. And what are we looking at as far as this series of records, location, date, time, destination, and description?
These are native location data that I exported from the iPhone 13 mini.
Okay.
And that is date, time, and then the latitude, longitude.
So when you get this information of the latitude and longitude, what do you do with it? Well, you've got this spreadsheet. What do you do with it?
I take the data that has been exported in an Excel form, and then I ingest it into a program called LexisNexis Tracks, which creates a KML file, keyhole markup language file. It's a Google Earth file. And then that brings up Google Earth. I ingest that file into Google Earth, and it presents a readable, interactive map of the data.
So this gets into another program, and that becomes a readable map of data.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And when it says item number, how many points of data did you have between the iPhone SE and the 13 mini?
Upwards of 40, 50,000 points.
And so how is it that the phone has all these different locations in it? Why has it got this 40, 50,000 between these two phones?
Any apps that you have location services on, anytime you use Apple Maps, Google Maps, stuff like that, your phone's consistently collecting this location information.
Now, in addition to getting this location data, did you also get the subscriber information for these two phones?
Yes, sir.
All right. So, Ms. Gilman, I'm going to ask if we could go back, close out of this, go back to Exhibit 158, and go to the file for the phone number ending in 8082. Thank you, Ms. Gilman. And so, Trooper, looking at subscriber MTN 617-895-8028. My bad, I said 8082. It should be 8028. Looking at this, what is the name of the account holder?
Diana Walsh,
And what is the address for the account holder?
330 Paradise Road, Unit 1320, Swampscott, Massachusetts.
And Ms. Gilman, if you could scroll over to the end. If you could stop right there. MTN effective date, what does that mean?
That means when this number became active on the Verizon network.
All
And
right.
that would be December 22nd, 2022.
And so is this number, 8028, the iPhone 13 mini, or is it the SE?
The iPhone SE.
Okay, 8028 is the SE. Now, Ms. Gilman, could we have the file for 8648? Subscriber information from Exhibit 158. Trooper, looking at this subscriber MTN 617-939-8646. Someday I'll learn how to read. 8646.
Can I see counsel at the side of the bench?
Yep.
You may continue.
Thank you. So, Ms. Gilman, or actually, stop right there. Sir, what is the name of the account holder on this account?
That is Diana Walsh,
Okay. And what is the address for the account holder?
330 Paradise Road, Unit 1320, Swampscott, Massachusetts.
Okay. Ms. Gilman, can you scroll to the end of this row of information? Okay. What is the effective date for this phone number?
December 12th, 2018.
And this phone number corresponds to what phone that you analyzed?
The iPhone 13 mini.
Okay. Now, sir, did you have the opportunity, Ms. Gilman, if you could close out of that? Thank you. Now, with this information, did you have the opportunity to see where the iPhone 13 mini traveled on January 5th, 2023?
Yes.
Okay. What did you discover in your initial examination of the location data of the iPhone 13 mini as far as where it traveled?
January 5th, 2023, the iPhone 13 mini was about approximately 8 a.m. The device was in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway. And then at approximately 9:30 a.m., the device is in the area of 330 Paradise Road, Swampscott, Massachusetts.
And are you aware of any of Mr. Walsh's relatives that live in and around 330 Paradise Road?
Yes.
Who?
His mother, Diana Walsh.
Now, where does that device travel in that area on January 5th, 2023 of 330 Paradise Road?
It is stationary in the southeast corner of the apartment complex where there is a large trash compactor.
Can you tell from the data you saw whether or not the iPhone 13 mini went into the buildings of 330 Paradise Road that morning?
I do not believe so.
Now, did you ever have the ability to compare this data from January 5th, 2023 of the iPhone 13's native location data to its native location data, say, of December 27th, 2022?
Yes.
And when you look at the native location data from December 27th, 2022, can you determine whether or not the phone goes inside 330 Paradise Road?
I can't determine if it physically goes inside the building, but it's in a different area, in the general area of the building as opposed to the southeast corner.
Now, as far as the location that you're determining of the phone, based on the data from January 5th, what day are you examining this data that you see this?
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
not really a well-worded question, so good for you. So what day were you looking at this phone's data?
That would be that weekend, January 8th, 9th
Okay.
of 2023.
And so when you saw that it was in and around a dumpster on 330 Paradise Road, did you alert anyone?
Yes, sir.
Who'd you alert?
I alerted my immediate supervisors.
All right. And have you had the opportunity, utilizing this native location data from the two phones, to create a PowerPoint presentation of points that you've discovered these two phones went to?
Yes, I did.
And at this point, Your Honor, I would seek to enter the PowerPoint presentation as the next exhibit. I've reduced it to a thumb drive.
Is there an objection to that?
No objection.
So the PowerPoint presentation is now in evidence as Exhibit 160.
So at this point, I would seek to publish the PowerPoint presentation, Your Honor.
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Gilman, could we have the PowerPoint presentation for iPhone SE and iPhone 13? And can we go to the first slide? Okay. Trooper, is this the PowerPoint presentation you created?
Yes, sir.
All right. So what number or in what device are you looking at native location data and mapping in this slide?
This slide refers to the iPhone SE, the phone device ending in 8082.
And
Can I see counsel at the side of the bench?
all right, so which one's the accurate number?
The accurate number is from the Verizon records ending in 8028.
Okay, and so in the PowerPoint presentation, you made an error as far as transcribing those two numbers.
Yes.
Okay, so Ms. Gilman, if we could close out of that, and for the record, on your PowerPoint presentation, the last two numbers are wrong.
Correct.
Okay, so if we could go back to that slide that we had. Now, looking at this, on January 1st, 2023, that's the date you've put these points in.
Correct.
What is the significance of the red dots?
That signifies this was the data from the iPhone SE.
Okay, so let's go to the next slide. Now again, the number in the corner, the last two numbers have been transcribed, correct?
Correct.
Or transposed,
Yes, sir.
sorry. So it should be 8028.
That is correct.
All right. Now, what is the significance of the red dot 2?
That was the line of data from the Excel. That's what the 2 represents, and this is the data from the iPhone SE.
Okay. Now, what is the date and time corresponding to that line of data?
January 1st, 2023 at approximately 5:07 p.m.
And where is the device located according to the native location data at 5:07 p.m. on January 1st?
In the southeast, at the landing at Vinnon Square Apartments at 330 Paradise Road, Swampscott, Massachusetts.
Okay. Could we have the next slide, please? This next slide, again, the numbers should read 8028.
Correct.
Okay. And what is the significance, or what is the date and time you have with the red, what is the significance of the red dot 3?
That represents the native location data from the iPhone SE.
Okay. And what is the date and time of the native location data that corresponds to the location of that line of code?
January 1st, 2023 at approximately 5:41 p.m.
And where is the phone located?
In the area of Lowe's Home Improvement in Danvers, Massachusetts.
Okay. Could we have the next slide, please? Looking at this slide, again, this should be 8028, correct?
Correct.
Okay. What is the significance of the red dot for?
Again, that's the native location data from the iPhone SE.
And what is the date and time corresponding to the data for line number 4?
January 1st, 2023 at approximately 6:24 p.m.
And where is the phone located at 6:24 p.m. on January 1st?
in the parking lot of CVS Santander Bank in Danvers, Massachusetts.
Okay, could I have the next slide, Ms. Gilman? Now, this next slide, again, the numbers should be 8028, correct?
Correct.
All right. What is the significance of the red dot 5?
The native location data from the iPhone SE.
And what is the date and time corresponding to the number 5?
This represents January 1st, 2023 at approximately 6:53 p.m.
And where is the phone located?
in the Stop and Shop Plaza in Swampscott, Massachusetts.
Could we have the next slide, please, Ms. Gilman? And again, 8028 is what it should read, correct?
Yes, sir.
All right. What is the significance of the red 8?
The native location data from the iPhone SE.
And is that dot's telling you where the phone would be, right?
Yes.
Okay. What is the date and time of the where that phone is at point 8?
January 1st, 2023 at 8:08 p.m.
And where is it located?
in the Stop and Shop Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts.
Could we have the next slide, please? Now, same question. This should be 8028?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what is the significance of red dot 10?
Represents the native location of the iPhone SE.
And so that's where the phone would be located.
Yes.
And what is the date and time of where the iPhone SE is according to point 10?
On January 1st, 2023 at 8:31 p.m. It
Okay.
is located in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, Cohasset, Massachusetts.
Going to the next slide. And again, same question, 8028 is what it should read in the corner?
Yes, sir.
All right. And what is the significance of the number 12 with a red dot underneath it?
Represents the native location of the iPhone SE.
And what is the date and time corresponding to point 12?
January 2nd, 2023 at 9:30 a.m., approximately 9:30 a.m.
And where is the phone located according to point 12?
in the Home Goods TJ Maxx parking lot in Norwell, Massachusetts.
Then going to the next slide. And so now, what is the phone number here?
Now, the phone number, this is the native location data for the iPhone 13 mini. Phone number 617-939-8646.
Is that the same number that corresponds to the Verizon records?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, what is the significance of the blue dot with the 1716?
Again, to distinguish between the iPhone SE and the iPhone 13, this data from the iPhone 13 mini is blue, highlighted in blue, and 1716 is the line of data from the thousands of data points from the Excel sheet.
So before this point, there would be 1,715 points of data before this.
Yes, yes.
Okay. And so what is the date and time that corresponds to the 1716?
That is January 2nd, 2023 at approximately 4:15 p.m.
And where is the phone located according to this line of data, 1716?
in the entrance parking lot of Home Depot, located in Rockland, Massachusetts.
Going to the next slide. What is the significance of the blue dot with the 1801?
It is the native location of the iPhone 13 mini.
And what was the date and time that corresponds to the native location 1801?
January 2nd, 2023 at approximately 5:14 p.m.
And what phone number is this for?
the number ending in 8646.
And where is it located?
The Derby Street Shops by the Shake Shack in Hingham, Massachusetts.
If we could go to the next slide. What phone number corresponds to this slide?
The phone number ending in 8646.
And this corresponds to which phone?
The iPhone 13 mini.
And what is the significance of 1872?
That represents the native location data for this point.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to 1872?
January 2nd, 2023 at approximately 6 p.m.
And where is it located?
The Stop and Shop Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts.
Could we have the next slide, please? Looking at this slide, what phone number is this for?
The phone number ending in 8646.
And what is the date? What is the significance of 1895 with a blue dot?
It represents the native location of the iPhone 13 mini.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to that data?
January 2nd, 2023 at approximately 6:13 p.m.
And where is it located?
The Walgreens Shaw's Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts.
Could we have the next slide, please? Now, sir, what is the significance of the blue dot 3776?
This represents the native location data from the iPhone 13 mini.
And you say iPhone 13 mini is the number ends in 8646?
Yes, sir.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to this data?
January 3rd, 2023 at approximately 4:30 p.m.
And where is this phone located?
The device is in the area of the Claremont Apartments in Chestnut Glen in Abington, Massachusetts.
Can we have the next slide, please? What phone number corresponds to this slide?
The phone number ending in 8646.
And that corresponds to which phone?
The iPhone 13 mini.
And what is the significance of the blue dot with the 3840?
That is the native location data.
And what is the date and time?
January 3rd, 2023 at approximately 4:48 p.m.
And where is the phone located?
The Point Apartments in Abington, Massachusetts.
Could we have the next slide, please? Thank you, Ms. Gilman. Looking at this slide, what phone number does this correspond to?
The phone number ending in 8646.
And what is the significance of the blue dot with the 3926?
The native location for the iPhone 13 mini.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to this?
January 3rd, 2023 at approximately 5:14 p.m.
And where is it located according to the native location data?
The Chatham West Apartments in Brockton, Massachusetts.
Could we have the next slide, please? Looking at the next slide, what phone number does this correspond to?
The phone number ending in 8646.
And what is the device that corresponds to?
The iPhone 13 mini.
And what is the significance of the blue dot with the 5228?
That is the native location of the iPhone 13 mini.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to that point of data?
January 4th, 2023 at approximately 9:44 a.m.
And where is the phone located?
The Home Goods TJ Maxx Plaza in Norwell, Massachusetts.
Okay. Looking at the next slide, please. What phone number does this correspond to?
The iPhone 13 mini ending in 8646.
And what is the significance of the blue dot with the 6461?
The native location data.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to?
January 4th, 2023 at approximately 12:47 p.m.
And where is it located?
The Shaw's Walgreens Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts.
And could we have the next slide? Looking at this slide, which phone number does it correspond to?
The iPhone 13 mini ending in 8646.
And what is the significance of the blue dot with the 8194?
The native location.
And what is the date and time that it corresponds to?
January 4th, 2023 at approximately 4:25 p.m.
And where is it located, sir?
The Lowe's Home Improvement in Weymouth, Massachusetts.
And could we have the next slide? Looking at this slide, which phone number does this correspond to?
The iPhone 13 mini ending in 8646.
And what is the significance of the blue dot with the 15333?
That is the native location data.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to?
January 5th, 2023 at approximately 9:30 a.m.
And where is the phone located?
The southeast corner next to a large trash compactor.
Of what area?
The Vinnon Square Apartments, the landing at Vinnon Square Apartments at 330 Paradise Road, Swampscott, Massachusetts.
Now, if we could close out of that. Sir, what do you do to corroborate native location data?
We use cell site location information. So from the provider, again, we use LPRs and surveillance video,
Okay. LPRs? What are those?
license plate readers.
Okay. Now, in addition to getting native location data, did you have the opportunity to review the search history from the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
Okay. Now, did you create a report of the search history of the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
When I say search history, what is the search engine the iPhone 13 mini was using?
The Safari web browser.
I'm sorry, I should have said that. What browser is it using?
Safari.
Okay. So if I'm wrong, correct me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So it's using the Safari web browser to go onto the internet.
Yes.
And so how is this different than, say, the internet history if this is just the search history?
So this would just be the search terms related to Safari, so the term entered on Safari, whereas the web history would include pages visited, the amounts visited. It would have more details.
And with the web history, did you also create a select report for the web history of the iPhone 13 mini for December 31st at approximately 9:30 a.m.?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to show you a binder and ask if you recognize the documents inside of it. Take a look inside.
Yes, sir.
The first chapter, do you recognize that document?
Yes, I do.
What is that document?
This is the Safari search history of the iPhone 13 mini.
You created that
Yes.
using what program, sir?
Celebrate.
Okay, could you turn to the next chapter as well? It's all the way to the end. And that second chapter in the book, what is that?
That is the web history.
The web history. Now, the search history, what dates did that correspond to? If you want to turn to the front, you can.
Sure. That is December 25th, 2022 through January 4th, 2023.
Okay, in the web history, what time frame does that cover?
That was just December 31st, 2022.
Around 9:30 a.m.
Yes.
Okay, so when you create these reports, you can choose the times and filter them out that way.
Yes, sir.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth would seek to have this binder as the next exhibit, which contains the search history for the Apple iPhone 13 mini from December 25th, 2022 to January 4th, 2023, and Safari web history, Apple iPhone 13 mini, December 31st, 2022, 8:28 a.m. to 8:31 a.m.
Okay. Can I see at the side of the bench?
Yes.
So it's one exhibit.
Yes, one binder, one exhibit.
All right, so the Safari search history and the Safari web history for the iPhone 13 mini for the times indicated by council is now in evidence as Exhibit 161.
Your Honor, may I publish the Safari search history?
Yes, you may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Gilman, could we have the Safari search history for the iPhone 13 mini? So, Trooper, can you see this?
Yes, sir.
I'd like to ask you some questions about the columns at the top.
Yes.
Okay. So, what is the number column?
The number of data in this, sequentially in this file,
Okay. What's timestamp?
date, time the search occurred.
Okay. What is source?
Source is the database in which the data was extracted from.
So on this first line of code where it says Safari, are there other databases that this draws from?
Yes.
What is the other database that this draws from?
The knowledge C database.
And so what is the difference between the two databases?
Knowledge C is a larger database within the iOS operating system. Takes app data, app usage, phone information, internet history. So it's a larger database. Safari is just the Safari database.
Now, if there is a search in the Safari database, and then there's a search in the Knowledge C database, are they two different searches?
No,
It's the same search located in two different places within the phone.
that's correct.
Okay. So the data will repeat within this report.
That is correct, sir.
Okay. What is value?
Value was the search term entered.
What is parameters?
So for these blank columns, not all reports, Cellbrite is not able to extract or parse out the data for specific apps. So in this case, Cellbrite was not able to parse out any information pertaining to these columns.
And so when we see account, service identifier, parameters, and there's nothing there, Cellbrite couldn't read the data or couldn't
Yes.
produce it.
Correct.
Okay. What does it mean if origin is unknown?
The source origin of the search was unknown.
Okay. So I'd like to direct your attention to item number 16 on page 2. What is the date and time of item number 16?
The date is December 25th, 2022 at 11:52 a.m.
And what is the value?
Check a flight JetBlue.
And so value, what does that mean as far as, just so we're clear, what is value, how is value created
Value-
on the phone?
Search term entered by the user of the device.
Okay, so it's not being generated by the phone, it's not being generated automatically by the phone. The user is inputting the value.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Could we go down to item 21? What is the date and time of item 21?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:09 p.m.
And what is the value inputted into the phone?
William Fastow, DC Real Estate.
And could we scroll down to item 27? What is the date and time of item 27 on page 3?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:09 p.m.
And what is the value input into the phone?
William Fastow, DC Real Estate.
Scrolling down on page 3 to item 35. What is the date and time on item 35?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:22 p.m.
And what is the value input into the phone?
Anna Walsh, Tishman, Spire.
Can we scroll down to item 43 onto page 4? What is the date and time stamp for item 43?
December 25th, 2022, 12:28 p.m.
What is the value input into the phone?
Christmas Day plane crash.
Can we scroll down to item 50? What is the date and time stamp for item 50 on page 4?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:31 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad Tishman Spire.
Can we scroll down to item 53? What is the date and time stamp of item 53?
December 25th, 2022, 12:45 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Anna Walsh found dead.
Can we scroll down to item 57 on page 5? What is the date and time stamp of item 57?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:46 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad.
Now, Ms. Gilman, can we go to page 14 and look at item 193? Sir, what is the date and time stamp of item 193?
December 25th, 2022 at 8:28 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Autobahn.
And can we now go to page 22, item 316? What is the date and time stamp of item 316?
December 27th, 2022.
And what is the value that's put in?
It was at 6:57 a.m. and the value was all my X's.
Now, the next one down, is it fair to say that's all my exes live in Texas?
Yes, sir.
And that, are you familiar with that being a song?
Yes, I believe so.
Could we now go to page 54 and go to item 804? What is the date and time stamp of 804?
December 29th, 2022 at 9:13 p.m.
And what is the value put into the phone?
Mazza Building, Washington.
And scrolling down to 813, what is the date and time for item 813?
December 29th, 2022 at 9:15 p.m.
And what is the value that is input into the phone?
Mazza Building, Washington, D.C.
Scrolling down to 820, what is the time stamp for 820?
9:15 p.m.
And what day?
Sorry, December 29th, 2022,
And
9:15 p.m.
And what is the value input?
Crossing Building, Washington, D.C.
And can we go to page 85 and line 1271? Sir, what is the date and time on item 1271?
That is January 2nd, 2023 at 6:42 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
I'm good.
Going down to the bottom of page 85 and looking at item 1274, what is the time stamp for that?
It is January 3rd, 2023 at 11:25 a.m.
And what is the value that is input into the phone?
Washington, D.C. Police.
Could we go to page 90? Thank you. And going to page 90, line 1, can we scroll down to 1343? Thank you. What is the timestamp for that?
That is January 3rd, 2023 at 7:23 p.m.
And what is the value put into it?
How to file a missing persons report.
Can we go down to page 91, item 359? 135.
nine?
Item number is 1359. And I'm sorry, I meant to say 1358. Could you go up one? Thank you. 1358. What is the timestamp for 1358?
January 3rd, 2023 at 7:27 p.m.
And what is the value?
Washington, D.C. Police Department.
And can we go to page 92 and look at item 1368? What is the timestamp for 1368?
January 4th, 2023 at 10:11 a.m.
And what is the value that was input at that time?
The crossing wash.
Could we go down to item 1389? What is the timestamp for 1389?
January 4th, 2023, 10:14 a.m.
And what is the value that was put in?
Mazza Building, Washington, D.C.
And could we now go to item 1402, scrolling down the page? We are now on page 94. What is the timestamp for item 1402?
January 4th, 2023, 10:15 a.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad Tishman.
Can we go to item 1414 on page 95? What is the timestamp for 1415? I'm sorry, 1414?
January 4th, 2023, 10:56 a.m.
And what is the value that is put in there?
Will Fasto.
And then underneath that, is there a different spelling of FASTO for item 1415?
Yes.
And then scrolling down to item 1438 on page 96. On page 96, what is the timestamp for item 1438?
January 4th, 2023 at 1:24 p.m.
And then underneath that is item 1439. What is the timestamp for that?
Sorry. January 4th, 2023 at 1:26 p.m.
And this looks different than the other values. What is this?
This was a search from Apple Maps, sorry.
So when you see that bolded result, is that saying it's from Apple Maps?
Yes, you can see the source file, Apple Maps.
So that's different than Knowledge C, and that's different than Safari.
Yes.
Okay. And then the last one is the one directly underneath it, 1440. What is the timestamp for that?
January 4th, 2023, 2:49 p.m.
And what is the value that is put in there?
I'm good.
Now, if we could close out of this and go to the second chapter in that binder, web history. On this, sir, what is this, the columns that look different, I want to ask you, what is URL?
Uniform Resource Locator. It's the website, essentially the website visited.
Okay. And what is the URL in item number 1?
casinos.bally's.com/Lincoln.
And what is the last visited time and date?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:28 a.m.
And going to visits and usage pattern, those are columns that are empty, like our last sheet. Was that Celebrite didn't have any data, couldn't give you any data on that?
Yes.
And then for source info, it says Knowledge C. And the one directly underneath it says Safari. Is this also pulling from different databases?
Yes, it is, sir.
Okay. So as far as the searches, or I'm sorry, as far as the web history for the device, for items 1 through 12, what did you notice about the URLs?
They contained the casinos.bally's.com URL.
And after .com, there's a backslash. What's the next word?
Oh, sorry, Lincoln.
Now, going down to item 13 through 17. So, sir, what did you notice as far as the URLs for items 13 through 17 on page 4?
The URL was mgmspringfield.mgmresorts.com.
And what is the date and timestamp for 13?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
Now, if we could then scroll to item 25. On item 25, sir, what did you notice as far as the URLs on items 25, say through items 30 to item 34?
Again, they contain the mgmspringfield.mgmresorts.com.
And what is the timestamp for item 25?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
And could we then go down to items 38 and 39? On items 38 and 39, did you notice about the URLs?
Again, it was the mgmspringfield.mgmresorts.com.
And what is the date and timestamp for item 38?
December 31st, 2022, 9:31 a.m.
Now, sir, in addition to having access to native location data and web history and search history, you can close out of that, Ms. Gilman. Thank you very much. Did you have the opportunity to, through Celebrite, look at text messaging or messaging in the phone?
Yes,
And then when I say the phone, I'm talking about the iPhone 13 mini.
correct.
Okay. Now, with the iPhone 13 mini, can you break out the text to individual chats with certain numbers?
Yes, you can.
Okay. So, and with that, did you create certain reports that correspond to these chats?
Yes, I did.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may.
Thank you, Your Honor. Do you recognize this first report?
Yes, I do.
And did you create this report?
I did.
And it's in this report, can you tell us what it is?
It is a text message report.
And what are the numbers that correspond to the text message?
The last four is 8646.
Okay. And that's the iPhone 13 mini's phone?
Correct.
And then the next phone number, the last four digits?
2005.
And does it have a designation or an ID or some kind of identifier next to it?
Yes.
What?
Contact associated as paint.
And what is the time frame of that?
This is January 5th, 2023.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this text thread as the next exhibit, Your Honor.
Any objection to that?
No objection.
Text thread labeled paint?
I would go by the numbers, but
Sure. Why don't you read it into the record?
certainly. It would be a text thread between 8646 and 2005.
Okay, sounds good. That's now in evidence as Exhibit 162.
Ms. Gilman, can we have that text thread up? So you said contact information when you referred to paint. Did you create that, or is that from the phone?
That was pulled during the extraction process of the phone.
So, but you don't do anything to put that number as paint.
No, I do.
The phone, Celebrite, through examining the data, gives you that contact information.
Correct.
Okay. So looking at this first entry, what is the significance of this bubble being in green?
Green means it was sent by the owner, the number ending in 8646.
And then underneath, so the from and to, who is this from?
That is from Brian Walsh,
And then who is it to?
the number ending in 2005 with the contact paint associated.
What is the body of the text?
Hello, Brian Walsh, 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, 617-939-8646. New address from last time. Thank you.
And can you tell whether or not this text was actually sent?
Yes,
How so?
the status in the bottom left
And
says
so then there's a time and date at the bottom. What is that indicative of? What is that telling you?
the date and time the text message was sent.
Can we scroll down to the next message? Sir, looking at this message, who is the sender of it?
Brian Walsh,
To who?
the contact of paint.
And in the body of the text, is it fair to say it's just images?
It appears to be 2 images, yes.
And was it sent?
Yes,
And can we scroll down to the final one? The final text, who is sending it?
Brian Walsh.
And what does the body of it say?
Good morning. Let me know about the ceiling. Best, Brian.
What was the date and time of that text?
January 6th, 2023, 7:49 a.m.
Can you close out of that, Ms. Gilman? Thank you very much. May I approach you?
Yes?
Thank you. I'm showing you another report and asking if you recognize that.
Yes, I do.
And is that a report you created from Celebrite from the iPhone 13 mini text messages?
Yes, sir.
And what is the last 4 digits, or actually, what is the number the text message is being sent to, last 4 digits?
The number ends in 5605.
5605.
Yes, sir.
And this is printed on both sides, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so it's 2 pages, but on 1 piece of paper.
Yes,
All right. And you created this using the Celebrite.
I did.
Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as next exhibit.
Any objection? The Celebrate report between 8646 and 5605 is now in evidence as Exhibit 163.
Gilman, can we have that text thread between 8646 and number ending in 5605? Thank you. Sir, who's sending the first text in this thread?
Brian Walsh.
And can you tell us the body of this text?
Hello, I called MGH South Shore Hospital, Brigham and Women's. They don't have Anna. Thank you for your support, Brian. Please let us know if you have any updates.
What was now, under this it says, there's a section that says delivered.
Yes,
What does that mean?
when the text message was delivered to the receiving party.
How is that different than the other timestamp in the bottom?
Because it could be sent It was sent approximately 4 seconds before it was delivered to the device itself. The
And
other
this,
end.
and I'm sorry, I talked over you. This status, it indicates that it was sent as well, correct?
Yes, sir.
Could we scroll down, Ms. Gilman, to the next text in the thread? Sir, who's sending this text?
The number ending in 5605.
And so what's the significance of blue?
It is an incoming text message.
And incoming to the 8646 number.
That is correct.
And what is the body of this text?
Hugh Dunleavy, 1-347-913-2053.
And this text, this has a red line on it. What does that mean?
That's when the message was read on the device.
And in addition, there's a status. Does that also indicate it's red?
Yes, sir.
And then the last timestamp, what is that telling you?
That's when it was delivered.
Can we scroll down to the next text? Sir, who's sending this text?
The number ending in 5605.
And can you read the body of this text?
Hi, Brian. I believe Hugh has been in touch with you and understand the police are taking over. I adore Anna, thinking of you and the boys. Please let me know if you need anything. Teresa.
And can you tell if this text was read?
Yes.
At what time?
It was January 4th, 2023 at 8:10 p.m.
And can we continue to scroll down, Ms. Gilman? Who's sending this next text, sir?
This is Brian Walsh.
Or the phone associated with Brian Walsh.
Yes, the phone associated with Brian Walsh.
Just to be clear, you don't know who's sending the actual text. You just know the phone is sending it.
Correct.
Okay. And so can you read the body of the text?
Good evening, Teresa. Thank you for your support during these difficult days. The private investigators wanted to know if Anna had any vacation days this week. Thank you again. Best, Brian. P.S. We adore Anna too. Looking forward to her coming home soon. And she spoke very highly of you always. I am.
And when was this text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 4:12 p.m.
Can we scroll down to the final text? And who's sending this? Which phone number is sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
And sir, what's the body of this text?
Last question. Are there Tishman Spire personnel at the Mazda building? Thanks.
And when was this text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 4:17 p.m.
May I approach?
You may approach.
Thank you. Do you recognize this report?
Yes, sir.
Is this an additional report of text messages you created from the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
And this corresponds to a contact. What's the contact name?
Alyssa?
And the other phone number associated with this text thread is 8646?
Yes.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth will seek to have this marked as the next exhibit.
So it's between 8646 and another number, or just Alyssa?
Another number ending in 2189.
2189 it is. The text message thread between the iPhone mini 8646 and 2189 is now in evidence as Exhibit 164.
Ms. Gilman, do we have this? Ms. Gilman, could we scroll down to page 2, the top text? Sir, this is blue, this top text. Who's sending it?
The number ending in 2189?
And What is the body of this text?
Thank you so much, Brian. Happy New Year. Hope you're well. 4.
And when was this read?
January 2nd, 2023, 3:05 p.m.
And scrolling down to the next one in green, which phone's sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
And sir, on this text, what does the body say?
Hello, I know we did this a week ago, but have you heard from Anna?
And when was this delivered?
January 3rd, 2023 at 10:34 a.m.
And scrolling down to the next text, which phone is sending this? Which phone number?
The number ending in 2189.
And what is the body of this text?
Hey, Brian, sorry for the delay. Was sleeping. I have the flu. Super sick. I texted with Anna on New Year's Day, but no, haven't heard from her. Is she working today? She's usually running around super busy with work.
And what was the date and time that this was read?
January 3rd, 2023, 12:51 p.m.
Can we scroll down to the next one? Which number is sending this?
Number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
You're right. I'll let you know when she calls. Feel better soon.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
January 3rd, 2023, 12:51 p.m.
And can we scroll down past that? One more. Thank you. To the top of page 4. Thank you. Looking at the top of page 4, which number is sending this?
The number ending in 2189.
And what is the body of this text?
Did you ever hear back? Question mark.
What is the date and time that it was read?
January 4th, 2023, 10:10 a.m.
The next text in the thread, which number is sending this?
Number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
No, they are looking for her at work now.
When was this delivered?
January 4th, 2023, 10:19 a.m.
May I approach your honor?
You may.
Trooper, do you recognize that report?
Yes, sir.
Is that another report you were able to create from messaging in the phone?
Yes.
And this has a contact associated with it. What is the contact's name?
Alexandra,
And what are the last 4 digits of Alexandra's contact?
5332.
And the other phone number associated with this thread is 8646?
Yes, sir.
And does this contain the messages of that thread?
Yes.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit, Your Honor.
No objection. The Celebrate report between the iPhone mini 8646 and 5332, that text thread is now in evidence as 165.
Sir, what is Viber?
Viber is another messaging app.
And this text thread, did this utilize Viber?
Yes, sir.
And so Celebrate reads Viber text messages just like it reads the regular text messages.
Yes, it has the ability to extract it, yes.
And so I'm going to ask you some questions about this Viber text thread with the Alexandra contact. Ms. Gilman, if we could have that up, please. Could you scroll down to the next text? Thank you. If you could stop right there. Sir, this green bubble, which number is sending this one?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
Happy New Year. Have you heard from Anna? She has been out of contact longer than normal. Speak soon.
What is the date and time associated with this text?
January 3rd, 2023, 10:35 a.m.
And below that, is there a response?
Yes,
And these, because they're Viber, they also show up in green and blue, correct?
correct.
All right. Well, I shouldn't say because they're Viber, but they, like the other text messages, they show up in green and blue.
Yes.
Okay. So which number is sending this text?
The number ending in 5, excuse me, the number ending in 5332.
And what is the response?
Hello, no, I haven't. Last time was on 3112,
And what was the time of this text?
January 3rd, 2023 at 11:24 a.m.
I'd now like to scroll down to the first message on page 3,
Excuse me, that was 11:21 a.m.
11:21 a.m.
Yes.
So if we look at the first text message, the first message on page 3, which number is sending this message?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this message?
She had to leave early due to an emergency at one of the buildings. She left early on Sunday morning. I didn't have my phone till last night because William hid it in his bed. Thomas found it. I wasn't worried at first, but she has never been this long out of communication. I will call her work tomorrow morning.
And what is the date and time with this message?
January 3rd, 2023 at 9:10 p.m.
And if we could scroll further down the page of page 3. Looking at the green bubble, which phone number is sending that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body?
I know. Let me if you get in touch with her. I will let you know when I speak to her.
What is the date and time associated with that message?
January 3rd, 2023, 9:12 p.m.
And then the next message beneath that, which number is sending that?
The number ending in 5332.
And what is the body of that message?
That means no communication for almost days.
Now, if we could go to page 11. And if, looking at the blue bubble, which number is sending that?
The number ending in 5332.
And what is the body of that?
If she's not at work tomorrow or if they haven't heard from her, what are you going to do? Question mark.
And what is the date and time of that message?
January 3rd, 2023, 9:25 p.m.
Could you scroll down, Ms. Gilman? Looking at the green bubble, which one sends that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body?
Call everybody she knows in D.C. and then file missing persons. Let's hope there is an explanation.
Could you, Ms. Gilman, could you go to page 12? Scrolling down, the second message on page 12. Which number is sending that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of that?
They can't find her at work.
And what is the date and time of that?
January 4th, 2023, 10:33 a.m.
And if, Ms. Gilman, could we go to page 14? And could you scroll down, Ms. Gilman? Ms. Gilman, could you stop? Looking at the last message on page 14, who is the sender of that? What number?
The number ending in 5332.
And what is the body of that text?
I think that you need to report this ASAP.
And what is the date and time of that message?
January 4th, 2023, 10:59 a.m.
Your Honor, may I approach?
You may.
Showing you this, is this another one of the reports you created via Celebrate of a text thread?
Yes, sir.
And does this involve 3 numbers?
Yes.
So besides 8646, what is the first contact that's associated with this text thread?
A number ending in 7966.
And what is the name of that contact?
Anna, new, and then a number sign.
And then what is the other phone
Bouncer.
number associated with this thread?
A number ending in 6708.
And what is the contact name?
Gem.
The Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit, Your Honor, which would be a text thread between 8646, 7966, 6708, and
Any-
6708.
Thank you. Any objection to that?
No objection.
Now in evidence says 166. Bless you.
Ms. Gilman, may we have this published? Looking at the first message, sir, it's blue. What number is sending this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of this?
It is a picture.
And then above the picture, is there any words?
I love my necklace, exclamation.
And then under recipient, what does it say? Participant, sorry, misread it.
The number ending in 8646.
And does it acknowledge what time it was read?
Yes.
What time was it read?
January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m.
Going down, please, Ms. Gilman. Who's sending this text? What number?
The number ending in 6708.
Jem?
Yes.
And what is the body of this?
Last night was so good, exclamation, thank you.
What is the date and time of this text that it was read?
It was read January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m.
Going down to the next text, which number is sending this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of it?
The chef, world class, and company equally so.
And when was this read according to the phone?
January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m.
Can we scroll down to the top text on page 3? On the top text of page 3, which number is sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Looking good, buddy. Thomas just found my phone. It was in William's bed. Another amazing New Year Eve together as a triumvirate. Looking good in your new necklace.
And scrolling down to the final text, which sender is this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of it?
My new necklace made a big splash yesterday as I wore it everywhere. I got double takes in the streets and at Whole Foods in Swampscott.
And what was the time that that text was read?
January 2nd, 2023 at 4:13 p.m.
May I approach, Your Honor?
You may?
Showing you another text thread. Is this another one that was created, another report you were able to create from the phone?
Yes, sir.
And does this only have 2 numbers associated with it?
Yes.
What are the 2 numbers associated with it?
The number ending in 8646
Yes, sir.
and the number ending in 6708.
And that also has a contact designation of Jem.
Yes, sir.
The Commonwealth would seek to enter this as the next exhibit, Your Honor. The text thread between 8646 and 6708.
Any objection? The text of thread between 8646 and 6708 is in evidence as 167. $167?
Directing your attention to the top of page 2 of this thread.
Could you have it published, sir?
Oh, yes, I apologize. I neglected to ask that. Your Honor, may I publish this?
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor. I appreciate it. Ms. Gilman, if we could go to the top of page 2. And I imagine, Trooper, it's a whole lot easier to see it now?
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, who is the sender of this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of this first message?
Merry Xmas to you, buddy. I miss you. Merry Xmas to all of you.
Date and time? That
December
it was read.
December 25th, 2022, 9:45 a.m.
Going down to the next text, who's the sender of that next one?
The number ending in 6708.
And what does the body of that say?
Her phone is going directly to voicemail.
And what was the date and time that this message was read?
January 4th, 2023, 10:54 a.m.
And the next text in that thread? Which number sends that?
6708.
And what is the body of that?
Any news? Question mark. Have you alerted everybody at her work and the DC police? Question mark.
Now, I'd like to scroll down to page 4. In the middle of that, which is the sender of this blue text?
The number ending in 6708.
And what does the body of it say?
Hey, buddy, can you send me the photos we took on New Year's Eve? NYE? Question mark.
What was the date and time it was read?
January 5th, 2023, 11:17 a.m.
And the next thread, the next text down, sir? What number is sending that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of that text?
All the photos were taken on Anna's phone. I don't have any.
And when was that text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 11:30 a.m.
You can close out of that, Ms. Gilman. Thank you. Yeah, of course.
Would you like to?
I'm sorry.
I was just listening to this ordinance.
What a gentleman.
Your Honor, this next collection of text, I would actually ask the NARC for ID. I will show it to the witness, but I would not seek to enter as an exhibit at this point in time.
All right, and I think consistent with this morning, this is the first one. Is this, what do we say, I for ID? So we'll mark this exhibit as I for ID. And George, I just remind you that things that get a designation as a letter designation and for identification isn't evidence unless and until the parties move it in and I move it in. The numbered exhibits are the ones that you have as evidence with you in the back.
Your Honor, may I approach?
Yes?
So, Christopher, I'm showing you what's been marked I for ID. Can you tell us what this is?
Yes, it is a text message report created by me on Celebrate.
Okay. And can you tell us the two numbers that are associated with this?
Yes, the first number is ending in 8646,
Okay.
and
And the second number?
the second number is the number ending in 7966.
And who are the contacts designated with this?
The 8646 is Brian Walsh, and the 7966 is Anna New.
Your Honor, if I may have a moment?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor. Understand that this has been marked for ID, Your Honor. Is it appropriate to publish it and ask questions about it? If not, I can move on.
Well,
I'll move on. It's not a problem.
all
I've
right.
got something else to do. I can keep busy. The final report I want to ask you about, sir. I'm going to show it to you, but I want to show it to counsel first. Can I approach your Honor?
Yes.
It's the last report I want to ask you about today, sir.
Yes.
What is this, sir?
This is the call log report from
Please, I interrupted you. Sorry.
yes, that I exported from Cellbrite from the iPhone 13 mini.
Okay. Now, the call log report, is that every call in the iPhone 13 mini?
No, this was only a certain date range.
Okay. And certain numbers as well?
Yes.
Okay. And so this call log report for the iPhone 13 mini, you created this?
I did.
Okay. And what was the date range you were looking to create this for?
This was, December 25th, 2022 through January 3rd, 2023.
Okay. And I would seek to move this to the next exhibit, Your Honor.
Okay. Any objection?
No objection.
It's now in evidence as 168. That's the call log report between the dates of 12/25/22, 1/3/23 for the iPhone 13 mini.
Thank you. 168. Now, Your Honor, may I publish 168?
You may.
Thank you. On 168, sir, I'd like to direct your attention to the columns. Under parties, what does that designate?
Who the call took place between the two calling parties.
And timestamp, I take it, is the same as it's been last. What's duration?
The length of the call?
And when you see source info and it's biome and knowledge C, what is the significance of biome?
Again, it was another in the iOS 16 when that came out. Biome was a newer database from Apple, so this data is going to be in two different places.
So at this point in time, I'd like to direct your attention to the bottom of page 12, item 143. What phone number is being called, sir?
This is an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the date and time of the phone call?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:52 a.m.
And what is the duration of the call?
33 seconds.
And if we could scroll up, Ms. Gilman? Thank you. And could we go up a little bit further to the next page, please? Continuing. All right, so Ms. Gilman, can you please continue up to, further up, please? There we are. On item number 129, what is the timestamp of that, 129?
December 25th, 2022 at 1:40 p.m.
And what number is being called?
It's an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the duration of that call?
1 hour, 22 minutes, and 33 seconds.
And could you continue up, Ms. Gilman? Thank you. Directing your attention to item 123 on page 10. What number is making the phone call?
This is an incoming call from 7966.
And what is the duration of this call?
1 hour, 27 minutes, and 7 seconds.
And what is the timestamp on this call?
December 25th, 2022 at 4:11 p.m.
Now, if we could go to item number 13, I believe it's the top of page 2. Bless you. Sir, what number is being called?
It is an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the date and time of the call?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:52 a.m.
And what is the duration of the call?
4 minutes, 5 seconds.
And if we could continue up from there, Ms. Gilman? Going to item number, pause if I may. Could we go to item number 9? What is the number being, what number is making that phone call?
Number 9, you said, sir?
Number 9?
Number 9. An incoming call from number ending in 7966.
And what is the date and time of that call?
December 31st, 2022, 7:27 p.m.
And what is the duration of that call?
0 seconds.
Looking at the item above it, item number 8, what number is being called?
It is an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the date and time of that call?
January 3rd, 2023, 8:28 a.m.
And how long is that call?
15 seconds.
Does that mean that the phone's connected if it's 15 seconds?
No.
What can happen? What is an alternative explanation then?
Voicemail.
And do you see can we go up to 7 through 1? Do you see any incoming calls from the 7966 from entries 8 through 1?
No, I do not.
And do you see any calls longer than 17 seconds in entries 8 through 1?
No, I do not.
And Your Honor, may I have a moment?
Yes?
And Your Honor, may I approach in that sidebar?
Yes.
Thank you.